I think they're finally used to it in our place.
Wolverine cosplay. I'm Batman.
Thank you very much. You scared the crap out of me.
Comes the white man, completely just cuts it all down. So it's like, crap, we're out of trees. Hey, let's put in this railroad. Yeah, with this railroad, we're going to ship in some timber from Truckee along the Truckee River near Verde. There's a 7-mile long mill. That mill was so big and provided so many jobs. They had restaurants, housing, and like brothels connected to it. And with this railroad, they're like, we'll also get some supplies into the town so we can stop relying on the Barbary Bay in San Francisco, which is hella far away. In 1880, they called it Thirstiest Year in Virginia City because over 10,000 gallons of alcohol was shipped in on that train. Then years later, they're like, hey, doesn't Tahoe have some good timber? Yeah, let's dig this flume. With this flume, we're going to float logs down from Tahoe to Virginia City so we keep building. And while we're at it, we're going to get some fresh water to Virginia City from Lake Marlette, which is above Lake Tahoe. Also from the melted snow of the mountaintops. This flume ends behind my boss's house. So, right. Oh crap. Sorry, no! Scared the hell out of me.
I'm sorry.
Oh god. We're here. That's the Belcher Mine. About to walk 300 feet in the mountain, 48, 50 feet under the surface. Here I point out wall. If wall didn't exist, we would go back another 200 feet, then 550 feet below the surface. Alright, so I'm going to skip the rest of this, get us on the ground.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. Who checked out the giant bank vault? I know you guys know the giant bank vault.
Oh, yeah.
What about y'all? Did y'all walk into
we
it?
checked it out.
Hell yeah. Because the mine was built in 1859, abandoned in 1913. The building you came into, built 1864, one of the oldest banks in Nevada. It was Bank of California. One side of the building of a post office, the side of bank. A similar bank vault to that one out there once sat right here, but it's like half the size. And it's now my boss's office. And I've never been into it, but a few months ago my boss went on vacation and I got to go into it for the first time. It reminded me of that scene from the movie Lord of War, Nicolas Cage in his little storage container. So we have a bank vault right there. It's like an archway of stones here. These stones were all once connected. 3-foot stone wall protecting the vault of the bank. That's the end of the bank. There was a mine behind the bank because mine was here first. In the year 1978, my boss and his buddies got drunk and they decided to dig down here. Blast through that wall, dismantle that vault, move that vault, remantle that vault along with more digging, connecting the mine to the bar. My boss is Gregory Hess and he's a descendant of the Comstock miners. He is 5th generation. He ends up with the deed to the mine from his father-in-law, who's also a descendant of the miners, to continue silver mining. And at first, they thought they had something. They really did. But they didn't, so now we have mine tours.
Yeah.
It's a little something.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, it's probably electrical.
Yeah, I'm back to my endeavor and I'll fucking shit.
We're right up here to y'all's left. This here's a powder room. When I say a powder room, I'm not talking about cosmetics or Studio 54. I'm talking about dynamite. Black powder has been blowing up people in mines about 1872 to 1875. People did not catch word. In 1867, a Swedish chemist invented something. He invented something 4 times powerful as black powder and also something safer to use for mining. Alfred Nobel was the name of Swedish chemist that invented dynamite. Originally called dynamite Nobel's blasting powder. He made a lot of money off it. It killed a lot of people, including his brother. The media thought it killed him, so they wrote a big newspaper article on him stating how he died and how he was like a warmonger. He read it and was like, okay, well, first off, I'm not dead. Second off, I'm no warmonger. I don't like this image. He felt really guilty. So him and his country started the
Nobel Prize?
damn straight. How Alfred Nobel died, he had heart problems, and the doctors were like, hey man, take this tiny bit of nitroglycerin and help out your heart. He was like, screw that, we blow stuff up with that. He didn't take it and he died. It could have saved his life. Dynamite's made from nitroglycerin. Take your fuming nitric acid, mix with 3 times sulfuric acid, add glycerin drop by drop slowly over an ice bucket,
where's the
add
pen and paper?
sawdust. Yeah, dynamite. I taught you guys how to make dynamite. And I learned that from the book Fight Club. Seriously, you guys read? I recommend the book. Alright, so you guys been in mine before outside of Virginia City?
Yes.
Yes.
Do y'all remember the mines went in had more or less timber inside than this mine right here?
Less.
Way less.
Yeah, probably less. I don't remember. A long time ago.
So this first mine I've been in caves growing up, and also most mines be like caves. You don't need all this timber and tunnel in the earth. You leave columns of ore to make pillars out of for structure and support. Yeah, but throughout our world, not every mountain is the same. That means every mine's not the same. The Comstock ore was weird, y'all. Seriously, feel this mountain.
Fine, I will. Feel it?
That mountain's really soft. It feels like clay. Some parts feels like sawdust. That's why all this timber was needed. The mountain was easy to work with back in the day, but hard to maintain until square set timbering came along, late 1860. Now, square set timbering is a system that uses railroad ties as supports for underground mining tunnels and shafts. They'll use no nails at all and pre-cut the railroad ties, and they would connect together almost like Lincoln logs. Y'all remember Lincoln logs?
Heck yeah.
From them forming cubes, they're able to open up 3-dimensional cavities. They basically create structures of beehives. The beehive, toughest structure in nature. Why? Because the hexagon's a bestagon. Late 1860, Philip Deisenheimer, a German engineer, came over to Virginia City and saw the big cave-in problem by inventing square set timbering. He didn't patent his idea. At first, I thought they screwed him out of money, but it turns out he didn't patent it because he wanted profit. All he wanted to do is make his money back, be fed, housing, help people out. They still use it all throughout the world today, and I bet you he wishes he did patent it, because I recently read he went bankrupt before he died. It saved an infinity number of lives. What's the worst thing that can happen to you inside of a mine? That's a miner's biggest fear. However, miners on the Comstock Lode had one bigger fear than cave-in. Anyone guess what it is? Think about all the timber.
Fire.
Damn straight. And what ended up killing most miners in the Comstock Lode were falls. They got a thing called lift blindness. Believe they had the same problem building skyscrapers in the cities. They at different levels. One level, a group of workers will finish their shift and they'll be like, I'm hot, I'm tired, I want to go home and go to bed. Really excited to go home. They go to get on the lift, but the lift's not there. And it's dark and they don't see that. And they're just like...
Shit.
They eventually started hiring people. Their whole job was to stand there in a mine and just chill. And just be like, it's not good. It's good. It's not good. It's good. That's why the mine tour's been running successfully since '79. All the new timber. Boss put a lot of work into this over the years because it's all about our safety. Safety before profits. Or safety before lawsuits. Right here is original timber, 160 years old. Compared to the new timber on the top. You can tell a big difference. So, since this is the last tour, usually don't show this. You guys want to meet LTO?
Sure. Heck yeah.
He's right in this area. So, 85% of the world's silver has never came from here. It's come from this mountain in Chile. Always has, always will. This mountain's called the Potosi, or Potosi. One of the biggest mines in Virginia City when the Comstock was going on was named the Potosi. So they're still mining this mountain today. The miners there, this gets a little dark, y'all. My boss knows I have this back here, he will destroy it. The miners there are Catholic, but whenever they go into the mine, they're no longer Catholic. They worship LTO. LTO is basically a form of the devil. If you guys ever get bored, get onto YouTube, type in The Mountain That Eats Men. And there's this one documentary where they're like, because there's different levels of LTO, they're like, on this one level, you don't want to be around them because if somebody else is by you, they'll push you down a shaft because human sacrifices. But the first level is you bring them cigarettes, chocolate, rum. It's cool. Halloween comes, I put this mask on, I stand out front with a blanket over me, and I hand out candy.
That works.
Yeah, one of these, when Halloween comes, I want to put him in the front window, actually.
Yeah.
So, you guys will have to watch your heads, because it's about to get really, really low.
Yes.
I don't think we do.
Where's my stick at?
Back there, against the wall.
Shall ya? Then it's going to open back up. Just watch your heads, y'all.
I can't. How do you? Does somebody have a mirror so I can watch my head?
That's why the tall people go to the back, because we can watch you guys.
You getting this?
Oh, it's a big ass spider there, guys.
Watch your heads. Then it opens back up.
I didn't have a bun on top of my head. I still don't hit it.
Yeah, it must be nice. I'd start going to yoga.
And high heels.
And heels. Forgot about the heels.
You guys notice it gets better for taller people in this area?
Yes.
A little fun fact, I'm not only a tour guide and secretary for my boss, I'm also a mucker. 3 springs ago, we mucked out half of this. Mucked it out from back there, a little after that sump pump, all the way to the very back. They had me on wheelbarrow duty because they didn't trust me with a jackhammer. I don't blame them. I'm grateful we did that. I'm sure you guys are too, because before we did that, we were all the way up here. We took it down 6 inches. I'm back here 6 days a week. It was hell on my back before. Nearly $1 billion of gold and silver is taken out of the whole Comstock. This mine produced $438. Didn't do well. Smart mine owners get along with neighbors. You don't compete with them or sabotage them. So back in the day, the best of Belcher mine said, this sucks, my mine's losing me money. But Golden Curry, your mine's successful. Let's work together, neighbor. We'll open this mine up. We'll put in a ventilation shaft. Shine my light on here is a ventilation shaft. You know, pop up, take a peek, so I put my arm down.
We won't bite, I swear.
Ventilation shafts will go up to the surface. The lifts do. This shaft that once went down 550 feet. It helped ventilate 8 other mines. Yeah, but since then, they put in backfill, ore bucket, ore car, winds hoistway, keeping people out. Cast iron ore car I sit on weighing 1/2 ton. When the mine had begun, it got pulled by a mule and hemp rope. Once the mule was purchased, placed in the mines, he never saw light of day again. Okay, only one reaction on that. Everyone else is heartless. Usually everyone goes, aww.
Oh.
That's too late now.
I was more worried about what they did with the body and like how bad it smelled, but yeah.
What, the mule?
Yeah.
Once they die, you take them out. You give them burial.
Well, I would just eat it.
I just pushed it
Okay,
back.
so people have asked about that. So I'm sure there was times like it has came to that, them having to eat the mule because of a cave-in. But you really don't eat the mule because that's like your buddy. That's like your coworker.
It was like,
I mean, Donner's Party ate each other, and they were each other's
That's
buddies.
a little
That was-
different. I'm sure if it came down here, I'm sure if it came down to it, yes, that's a little different. Like, hell. Seriously. You know about Alfred Packer?
I'm not
You know about Alfred Packer?
did donkey.
something to do with the computer?
No, Alfred Packer.
Packard, there's Packard computers.
Alfred Packer, before the Donner, wait a minute, actually, it was after the Donner Party. It was, Alfred Packer was the second man in America to get convicted of cannibalism. He was a miner. They're like out in Utah going to Colorado. So him and his people, they're like, hey, let's go out there. They get lost. Alfred Packer screws up. Gets them completely lost. And one day he said he came back to camp and everyone was dead. And one guy went crazy. So Alfred Packer killed him, ate the rest of the bodies, survived. Then he got convicted, but they actually let him off. And the creators of South Park, their first movie actually is a musical about that called Cannibal the Musical. I really recommend it.
He's got some good recommendations. Books, movies. He's got it all covered.
Check that out. Got Schleiden tungsten right there, fluorescent minerals. Also, you gotta remember too, I might be talking about books and movies. You guys are on an after hours tour. At this point, I don't care. I'm like tired, really tired. Yeah, you guys see the blue rocks back there? Schleiden tungsten. They're fluorescent minerals, not luminescent. Something to be luminescent, biology comes from a living thing. Those rocks, fluorescent minerals. They use them to harden steel, make light bulb filaments, shotgun shell casings, x-ray screens, dart tips, and something to do with space shuttles. Take one of the rocks, crush it up, design poster, a blacklight poster. Right up here is a pneumatic drill, kind of looks like a machine gun. Ran off compressed air, came on scene in the Comstock around 1875. When they first came out, they put miners out of work left and right. Took mining companies a few years to realize they want one to work properly. You need 4 to 5 guys on one of them per shift. Yeah, when they first came out, they called them widow makers. Not because they'll occasionally blow up or get caught and its handle would spin out. Has that ever happened to y'all using a hand drill? It's caught in torques? Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
Imagine a giant version of it.
No thanks.
Called it a widow maker. No ventilation. You're doing all that drilling. You're breathing all the dust. That mixed with slavin lungs. Create cement, causes scar tissue, and gives them that silicosis, miner's lung. Basically turns your lungs into statues. I guess when they would cough and breathe, it would be something like this. Then breathe and just be like,
Jeez.
rocks in a box. Eventually, they got some water and piping would soak down the side of the mountain before drilling into it. In the English language, the longest word's like 25 or 30 letters long. It's the medical term for silicosis. Every now and then on a tour, I get a little Sheldon in here that can actually say it. It sounds trippy. It's like mono. Straight ahead, there's a wall behind Widowmaker, wall behind Cousin Mick. That wall straight ahead, if it didn't exist, we would go back another 200 feet, like what we're doing now, then down 550 feet. When it goes down, does not go vertical. Does like this, like a switchback, a zigzag. Watch your head, it's going to get low when you turn the corner here. Then it opens back up, you'll be able to stand up straight and stretch out. Nothing in front of one back here.
I might hit this one.
You gotta look straight up, watch your head.
Yep. Finally got one.
Watch your head. Now look straight up. See our current emergency exit, our current ventilation. She didn't see it. You want to look straight up? Watch your head, dude.
I want to give them the chance.
I think you're
to get
safe.
in there. Did you see
Keep
it?
watching your head, buddy. Keep watching it.
Oh, yeah.
You come forward a little more, see our current emergency exit, current ventilation. You might be safe. I don't know if you are.
Might
That
be
there
blocked
leads
a
up
little
behind
bit
the
of
building you came into. Along Taylor Street, between A Street and B Street, kind of above courthouse parking lot. Original entrance to the mine. However, ladders weren't there. Ladders were later added in. A lift was there, and that's this. Well, this is the platform part. Where you guys got your tickets, that'd be the cage part. There'd be a freak accident right now. We couldn't get out the way we came in. That's how we're going to get out. That's a 5-story climb. Right now, we're 300 feet in mountain, 50 feet under the surface. That 5-story climb, yeah, it's a lot harder than it looks. If you work here, you're supposed to climb it once. I climbed it 6 times. Actually, no, climbed it 7 times. That's why that climb sucks.
You climbed this year?
Yeah,
Because
just
the number was lower in the beginning.
little
of the year.
Hayden, she's a bartender here. Her mom started working 1 day a week at the mine. And just like earlier this week, I made her, it was last Monday, it was on Labor Day. I made her climb and I climbed it with her because I did the same thing with her what I did with little Hayden. I go up first and my stick and clear out the spider webs.
Ah.
Well, my one co-worker, Sam, I stayed right down here. I made him climb it himself.
You're on your own, sucker.
All right, I hope no one here is nyctophobic. That is a fancy word for late 1860s. A lot of times the miner's flame be smaller than that due to lack of oxygen, or sometimes you get a buildup of methane gas. The flame will go. Sorry, I like fire. It's actually a good lighter. I want to take this one back then. All right, late 1860s, not early 1870s. No pneumatic drill invented yet. I said late 1860s. We got Wes here, and this gentleman right here, and myself. We the three miners. This is our light. Will it be tools for mining in the late 1860s? I'll be a nice guy about these tools, even though I'm supplying them. I should get that first choice. But you know what? I'm in a good mood. Tools will go like this. You, sir. You, sir. You each get your very own 8-pound sledgehammer. Damn, that leaves me on the steel. I'm sure the steel I have, there'll be no electric tape at the top. This is my walking around steel. Remember all the light they have now. Now, would you say a little bit of light's better than none?
Yeah.
Trying to get this flame real big, because I want everyone to attempt to see this demonstration I'm about to do. I'm sure different miners have different stances, so I gotta get nice and cozy down here. That felt good. Pretend that area right there is the side of the mountain. I got my steel over my shoulder, it's sticking to the side of the mountain. I got these two behind me now, standing on each side with 8-pound sledgehammers. They're going to take turns hitting the steel I'm holding. Between the hits, I want to rotate a 1/4 inch so it won't get stuck. Cha, 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 cha. They would actually miss and hit me with their hammers. That's cool. We'll eventually switch off. I'll get revenge. Sure, it happened at times. Not only was it dark, but check this out. Here's a symbol to stop swinging and stop hitting. It's using your thumb to cover reflection on top of the steel. Okay, now figure this thumb had to be used because you go ahead and use that whole hand. Yeah, it might be easier to see, but you run risk getting your hand impaled. It'd be like, easier working with a smashed on than a broken hand. People often ask, why can't we communicate? Why can't I just be like, hey y'all, stop hitting?
Because everyone else is hammering.
What's up?
Because everyone else is hammering too.
Yeah, you work for a company, you got so many employees. Us three here, hammering, chiseling away, a couple feet down that way, another 3, and so on. Same going down that way. That'll get loud. Be like, hey guys, stop! More likely you won't hear me. I put that down, that took away your target. So what does that leave? The back of my head? They were also pretty drunk. Fresh water, scarce that time. Whiskey, 25 cents a bottle. Catch 22. Alcohol dehydrates you. 10-hour shift, they advanced 3 feet with a hammer and steel. We got hammer, steel, light, whiskey, of course. We also need the original carbon monoxide detector, and that's where pasta will come into play. Over in Cornwall, England, that's where a lot of these underground miners immigrated from. So they're Cornish, Scottish, and they're Welsh. Tin mines, coal mines, copper mines over there. They be working their mines, have a male canary in a cage with them. A male canary is like us human males. We never shut up to attract females. So a male canary constantly chirping, singing, using up a lot of air, trying to attract its girlfriend. So they're working. Knows bird not chirping, something wrong with the air, you gotta get out. We don't have canaries in Virginia City. So a lot of canaries came over with the immigrant miners, and some people made great money breeding them. Here, the most one by a Comstock canary. That was a mule. You're working, knows your mule acting strange, something wrong with the air. Also give crumbs of lunch to rats. Rats get used to them, rats hang out, use rats as indicators for danger. See all the rats running in one direction, it's kind of like the scene from Titanic or from 28 Days Later. Follow the rats, bad crap going on the other way. Instead of a miner saw a civilian hurting a rat or killing a rat, that means that civilian will fight that miner. Alright, us three here underground, hammer chiseling away, but as we're working, all of a sudden, it's like, crap.
Oh.
Time to crawling out. Fresh poisonous gases in the air, best to get down low. But mostly I'd rather crawl into something than like walk face first into it. From there, find your tram around. Hopefully you aren't disoriented. It could end up leading you the wrong way. You gotta know your mind, but it's easier said than done with the lights out. Y'all see how dark it was? Crazy, wasn't it? Check it out. It's so dark. If you were to take your hand, you put an inch or so in front of your face, wave like crazy, you can't see it. Check it out, y'all. It's weird. Oh, I got you. I got you. Made you do John Cena. Every now and then I have 15, 20 people on tour and get everyone just doing this at once. Alright, this year prior, let's work about a candle goes out. These two here, Irish immigrants seeking employment. I know since they're Irish, little to no mining experience. What I do know, damn hard workers. So I'll be like, yo, come out to Virginia City and work in these mines. We got a union and it's pretty cool. Average miner gets paid 80 cents a day. Well, guess what? Minimum wage in Virginia City for underground miner is $4 a day. $4 a day, real money. Spend anywhere, none of that company store crap. That's the world's highest known salary. Your guys are going to get rich. Plus, cheap whiskey, girls, good gambling, going to have fun. Work hard and party hard. Crap, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention this. We don't have much fresh water for you two to drink. And our mining methods are primitive, so you're probably going to get in a bad accident. Now that you're a miner, your life expectancy no more than 42. During the winter, watch out for ammonia, silicosis, miner's lung, that'll get you. Carbon dioxide, falls, cave-ins, VD as well. Let's say you two are lucky and manage to survive everything. Alcoholism, cirrhosis of the liver got you in the end. The average miner drank 2 pints of whiskey a day.
Yeah.
Mark Twain had 2 sayings about Virginia City. One was, in Virginia City, whiskey be for drinking and water be for fighting. And Virginia City doesn't have a town drunk, it has a drunk town. That's true, so like that. Best bar in town, Silver Dollar, check her out. Okay, I'm going to have you guys, Lee, on be last follow, go back to the way we came. When you guys go either way, just knock the rope down, knocks down super easy. Just when you guys get to the end there, please wait and I'll open up the doors for you so no one trips over the chain, tries to sue me. Just so my boss got money. Hope y'all enjoyed.
It was good, thank you.
Oh, don't worry, I'm used to hitting it.
Yeah, when I first started here, I always wore a hard hat and just
Now I've gotten used to where all the spots are.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, before we mucked it out, man, it was so much work. So like
Yeah.
I said, we were all over here.
Okay.
Crazy. Just need more water. Hells yeah.
You paying that from in there?
No, I don't know where my dad supplied it. I use this. This is black sand. Our original vial got stolen. My dad supplied this. I don't know where he got it. Yellow land. I couldn't tell you.
Or don't want
My
to
dad's
know.
kind of shady.
Don't want to know where you got it from.
Exactly.
Better you not tell me.
I like your Boba Fett tattoo.
Oh, thank you.
That's so badass.
You need that.